The Buffaloes come into this one as 41-point underdogs, and they end up losing by 44. 50-6 the final here in La La Land as Southern Cal rolls over the Buffaloes 50-6, along with Larry Zimmer. I'm Mark Johnson. Pointer, it's amazing when you're talking about a 50-6 ball game, but there are aspects of this contest I came away with where I thought, well, there was some improvement there. Am I crazy?
No, you're not. And, you've got to look at the positive things. Christian Powell returned. He gained over 50 yards. The offense, I felt, moved the ball very well against Southern California. They set up a great play. It didn't work because they didn't make the catch on a bubble screen pass by Gerald Thomas. They had 2 or 3 times where they had great opportunities, but Mark, 6 turnovers, and I can't say anything other than that. A couple of times they didn't pick up a first down, and that's like a turnover to the coach. So that's 8 times that they had the ball, a lot of times in plus territory, that they didn't take advantage. They got a field goal out of one of them, and otherwise they just didn't get points. And you can't do that against a team that before the season was ranked number 1 in the country and probably still could be up there.
You know, as I wrapped up the broadcast with Chris Lewis, that was the question he threw at me. He said if there's one thing you could change going into that game next week at Oregon, what would it be? And I said turnovers, because this is a team, as we've talked about. Now, the Buffaloes, they've got some talent. I think it's on the young end of the roster. But you cannot help the other team beat you. This team, the margin for error is so paper thin for this team in terms of penalties or turning the ball over or not making plays when they have an opportunity. That's what the Buffaloes have got to clean up to give themselves even a chance in games like this.
Absolutely. And on the defensive side, you have 2 100-yard receivers in Woods and Lee, and I would be shocked if they're not first-round draft choices.
Right.
And another first-round draft choice, Barkley's throwing to him.
Might be the number 1 pick, by the way.
Absolutely. And Crawley, as much as this kid tries as a freshman, he learned some lessons tonight. Hopefully he learns, because one time he didn't turn around, a couple of times he didn't turn around. One of them cost him a touchdown. And, a run down the sideline where instead of going in and tackling, they're trying to bump Woods out of bounds. Hey, he's too smart a player for that. And those are some of the mistakes the defense made. They just simply got to get it correct.
Matt Barkley, to put this in perspective, the last 2 times he's faced the Colorado Buffaloes in about 7 quarters, he's thrown 12 touchdown passes. In the process, by the way, he became the all-time passing touchdown leader in Pac-12 conference history. Real quickly here, Barton, before we wrap up. You go from a pro-style set with a fullback next week to playing that video game that Chip Kelly runs up there at Oregon. What a transition the Buffalo's going to have to make.
I don't even know how you prepare for that. As much as I've watched Oregon and what they do, I think you just spread it out and tell everybody go out there and stop the man in front of you. I don't know how else you prepare for it, Mark. You got to get pressure on the quarterback. And once you start doing that, he's elusive enough where he can get out and run, or he can flip that pass out to the side, and they've got the great speed and elusiveness where they can take it all the way. Arizona State found that out last Thursday night.
Yeah, in fact, the Oregon Ducks beat ASU with 329 yards rushing in the first half of that ball game on Thursday. Will be quite a challenge for the Colorado Buffaloes. We'll be in Eugene next Saturday. We'll hit the early 11:05 at our flagship 850 KOA for the Buffalo Stampede, and then just after 1 o'clock Mountain Time, the Buffs and the Ducks. 7 times Colorado has played Southern Cal. They've come out with a loss every time. This time it happened to be a 50-6 contest here at the legendary Memorial Coliseum in LA. For Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us on our Buffs recap here at 850KOA.com.